Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to show you guys what I got from the Sailor Moon X ColourPop collab or collection, whatever you want to call it. It is limited edition and apparently it sold out in like 5 minutes, which is kind of crazy, and I know people were really angry that they weren't shipping worldwide, only in specific countries. The fact that ColourPop failed to mention something as big as that was obviously very upsetting to a lot of you. I personally didn't try to grab everything in the collection. I specifically picked out things that I felt would suit me better. The one thing that I did skip out on was the Glitterly Obsessed. I didn't feel like I wanted glitter, and I wasn't even sure how I would even use it to begin with, as pretty as it was. What I did get was the palette, a lip bundle, and a blush. This is what the outside packaging looks like. I think it's really pretty. In the back it has all the shades, typical of ColourPop. They always do packaging like this. This is what the palette looks like. I am not entirely sure if the image is kind of registering in the camera or not, but I think it's really super gorgeous, and I love the fact that they used like a lenticular image. I believe that's what it's called. I had to look it up because this is like so iconic from the 90s. I used to remember like seeing all kinds of things like this that had these lenticular images, and I always thought that was like super badass. Like even baseball cards had that, and just like a lot of things looked like this. This is very 90s for sure. The palette also has the shades in the back, and obviously everybody has already seen what the palette looks like. It does not have a mirror, unfortunately, which I think for $20 it probably should have. I think I want to do a quick get ready with me using this little palette. I do want to talk about really quickly the blush that I got as well as the lip bundle. So the blush that I got was Cat's Eye, and this one also has the lenticular image in the front, which I think is just absolutely lovely. It does look really pinkish in the pan, but compared to the other one, I think the other one was a little bit more on the pink side than this one, and I don't like pink blushes. They just don't look that good on me, and so this one is kind of like a watermelon shade, I think. As for the lip bundle, I decided to go with the Daylight lip bundle, which has the Usagi Ultra Blotted Lip and Moon Tiara Ultra Glossy Lip. I was looking at videos on YouTube, and the girls that tried it on, like, I just could not see the difference at all. So I just decided to go with whichever gloss I liked better. These are just like peachy colors, and again, I am not really a fan of very many pink products, especially on my cheeks and on my lips. I just feel like they don't look good on me. Usagi Ultra Blotted Lip looks absolutely amazing. I've never tried anything that was Ultra Blotted Lip from ColourPop. I don't know how different it is than their satin lips or their matte lipsticks. I do not know, so this is definitely very new for me. And anyway, I really love the packaging. Everything has moons all around it. It's just absolutely adorable, and I'm not sure if the letters on the tube will fade away or not. Pretty much all the ColourPop lipsticks that I've gotten, it fades away. I guess we can just kind of get started on creating a look with this palette. We are just gonna do an everyday look, so let's get started. So I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer on my eyelids. So I actually haven't done my makeup in a while, so this will be interesting. I hope I'm not getting rusty. And I also don't think I'm going to be doing a full face, just because I feel like my face has been looking pretty clear recently, so I don't want to mess with that. Since there is no shade to set my primer with, I think I'm just going to dip into this shade right up here. This one is called Twilight Flash. This shade is looking a lot like pretty much the color of my skin, so it's not gonna show up as much. I don't think I'm gonna get much out of this specific shade, but I think it would be lovely for transitioning and to diffuse harsh edges from other colors. If I keep building up that shade, it will show up on my skin tone, but I'm not really liking what it's looking like by itself, so I'm just gonna dip into another shade, just get another brush. And next I'm gonna try Moon Castle over here, and again, this looks like a brownish pinkish kind of shade to me on the pan, but obviously sometimes those shades do look different. And whoop, okay, never mind. This one is much lighter, even though it looks darker on the pan, but on my skin it looks much lighter. But we're just gonna go with it and just put it all over the lid and maybe use another shade on top of it. let's just do that, I guess. It's looking kind of bright on me, so I definitely want to darken that pink up a bit. So I'm going to reach for another brush. I think I'm just going to dip into Tuxedo Rose down here because it's just a pink shade, and I mean, I have pink on my eyes. Wow, there's a lot of kickback on these shades, but that is to be expected from pressed powders. So I'm just going to stamp it a little bit, and oh, fuck, again, it's really bright. This is not what I was going for, but let's just keep trying to layer on these shades, and maybe eventually I'll get something really, really pretty. So I'm just kind of trying to stamp it everywhere and get like an even layer sort of on my eyelid, and then I'm going to diffuse it all along my crease upwards basically. This is actually a very pretty shade. I am not mad that this look kind of took a turn. So it looks like this shade might have like a little bit of like shimmer because it is falling all over my under eye, but I don't really see it as much, and I don't know if it's just that top layer of that shadow, but yeah, I'm gonna have to clean up my under eyes. I'm really liking how pigmented these shades are so far, and that they're buildable. I feel like I'm getting carried away, but oh well, we are already here. There is no turning back. So I want to know what you guys are going to be up to this weekend. I'm actually going to be leaving for Vegas this Sunday, and it's very, very exciting. It's my second time going, and this time I'm going to be going to mainly meet another friend of mine, a blogging friend from the UK. Her name is Jenny, and I am so excited to see her. And I will also be seeing my BFF Hanita again, and we're going to be hanging out, having a girls' night. I am so pumped. It was kind of spontaneous. We were already planning on going there anyway this year, but we didn't think we'd be going there so soon. So yeah, this is definitely a treat. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. I would love to know what you guys are up to too. Okay, so I know I said that I wanted to do something more wearable. I mean, not that this isn't wearable. This is not what I had in mind when I started doing my makeup, but I'm actually really digging it. It's just I can't help myself. I really, really love color, so I'm just kind of building it up a bit more. And I am thinking that I want to put something else on top. I don't know if I was to go in with Love right here. I don't know if that would be too much, or if it's gonna darken the look a bit more than I meant to. You know what? I'm gonna grab a different brush, and then we're just gonna put it only on the outer V of the crease, and then just go from there. So I'm just gonna concentrate it here and sort of blend it towards the inside. So far, I am not seeing a change. So I'm just gonna go back in with that same brush that I was using for Tuxedo Rose, and just kind of blending it all out and making it all even and stuff. Perhaps I will just add a different shade on the top. I'm probably just going to use Silver Crystal, and it's this third shade up here. And I think I'll just use my finger for that. It feels a lot like their Super Shock shadows, but I could be wrong. I'm not that familiar with them because I don't own any of them besides whatever they have in some palettes that I purchased. This shade, Silver Crystal, has a lot of potential, and I just don't feel like I want to cover up Tuxedo Rose underneath because it just looks so pretty. So I'm just putting it on little by little, just patting into my eyelid and then patting it with another finger that does not have that shade already. That way I can kind of distribute it to my liking. And yeah, it's looking really pretty. I don't know if I should bring it out all the way, but let's just try it. I know that I just put Silver Crystal all over my eyelid, but I do want to go in again with Tuxedo Rose and just kind of put it on my outer V a bit to sort of contain all that shimmer and make it look a little bit more blended out. This is looking really pretty, and I think I want to go back in with that initial shade, Twilight Flash, because it's the lightest one out of all of them. And we're just going to diffuse Tuxedo Rose with Twilight Flash just out here on the outside. I don't think I want to do eyeliner for this look or lashes, at least not right now, so I'm just gonna keep it as simple as I possibly can. I'm using this middle shade. It's just a sample of the, shoot, I think it's a Pretty Vulgar concealer that I received in some BoxyCharm. The shade is in light medium. And now I'm just going to use this Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Now I can dip into Tuxedo Rose again, which is this shade down here, to remind you again. And I'm just going to put it on my lower lash line as close to my lashes line as possible. I think I also want to do another shade in the inner corner of the eye. I say let's just go with Silver Millennium. And yeah, I like it. I kind of like that and how it reflects. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it like that and probably add a little bit more of silver crystal on my lids because it looks like it's kind of disappearing, which is not good. So I guess I am gonna have to like pack it on a bit. Hopefully this doesn't keep happening throughout the day, and so I will definitely make note of this. I'm not really in love with the mascara that I'm using right now, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in with the Cat's Eye powder, what is it? Pressed Powder Blush. This does have a mirror, which is really neat. I wish that the palette had one too, obviously, but oh well. One thing that I failed to mention is that the cat blush has Luna embossed in it. I think it's super cute. I don't want to touch it because I don't want to ruin it. I feel like it's lacking a little bit. So far, I am not as impressed. I don't feel like my brush is picking up a lot of product, even though I've tried other blushes that are honestly better than this. So, well, okay. I think it's okay. I'm just gonna do light wash on my cheeks. I'm not sure I'm in love with the blush. I feel like it's taking a lot to build up that color. It just seems kind of lackluster, but I'm glad that I picked out this shade because it's definitely not as rosy. Next, I'm going to do the lips, and I know that I don't want to do the Ultra Blotted Lip right now just because I have to really run out the door and I don't want to try a new formula that I haven't yet tried just in case I have to work it a little bit differently. I am just going to use this Ultra Glossy Lip, and again, this one's in the shade Moon Tiara. It does smell sweet. It's looking really pretty. I really like it, except I am not a fan of this brush. It's not even a doe foot one. It's an actual like brush. It has bristles. And for glosses, I'm not really a fan of that. I'm definitely digging the shade of the lip gloss. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous and it makes my lips look really, really good. It's like your lips but better kind of lip gloss, and I totally love those. And yeah, I'm very happy with how this eye look came out, even though I initially meant to do something more neutral. But I really like this look. I really do love the palette, the quality. I know, as I said, that some of them do have some kickback more than others, but that's okay. That's something that I've come to expect from a lot of pressed powders. So I think the palette so far is really, really good. It's highly pigmented. Some of these shades are very buildable for sure. The blush, obviously, I'm not really sure because it did take a while to sort of build up on my cheeks. And as for the lip gloss, I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to try this Ultra Blotted Lip in a different time. But yeah, that is all I have for now. Again, I really, really do like this collection, and when ColourPop restocks it, I really think that you should get at least one of these things, especially if you grew up watching Sailor Moon. It's just so iconic. I will keep trying these products in the next couple of weeks and hopefully give you guys my full review on all of these products in the next month or so. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because I do have so many other palettes to go through, but I do want to make this a priority, especially because it's limited edition and I know everybody wants to know, is it worth it, etc. So far, I think yes on the palette and on the lip gloss. Again, I do have to try the Ultra Blotted Lip and the blush a little bit more and just kind of work with them and see if I can get anything out of them. So yeah, for now, know that I do love this palette. You guys should definitely pick up at least one or two things. Follow my vlogs, subscribe to me if you still haven't on YouTube, and click that bell so you get notified for whenever I post more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!